Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this live lesson today. My name is Lizzie, and I am a tutor on Cambly, and I'm also one of the tutors who takes these live lessons, which take place on Saturdays and Sundays. I'm going to be teaching this lesson for the next little while. As you can see, and as you can see in the title of the video, we are going to be talking about collocations and specifically collocations with take. I'll just wait a few minutes just for some more people to join. While we're waiting, firstly, can you let me know if everything is okay? Is my sound okay? Is the image okay? If there are any connection problems, I can get them sorted out before we start. And also, you're already doing it because you all already know what I'm going to ask next. But also, while we're waiting, can you write in the comments where you're from or where you're living right now? So we've already got some people starting to do that. Thank you. We've got someone from Cambodia. Hello. Irene from Nigeria. Hello, Irene. Dexter, thank you. All good. Thank you. Bangladesh. We've got someone from Japan, Czech Republic, Brazil. A couple of people from Brazil. Hello, Carmen. Hello, Luan. Koos from Durban in South Africa, Sri Lanka. Okay, loads of different places. I can see a few of you who I see all the time as well, some regulars as well. So welcome back to this live lesson today. Thank you for joining. And for anyone who is new, it's your first time joining this lesson, just a reminder for you, or just to let you know, don't worry if you miss some of this lesson or if I move too fast at any point, because you can watch it afterwards. All of our live videos get posted onto the channel afterwards for you to watch at any time you like. So don't stress if I'm going too quickly for you or if you have to leave halfway through. I also wrote in the comments before we started, but I'm just going to repeat it again. If you think that this lesson is something that might be useful for someone you know, or you think they might enjoy it, or you just want them to join in with you, then please also share this lesson with them so they can join us now. Okay. How is everyone doing? How's the weather where you all are? Let me know in the comments. Here, it's really nice. I was really disappointed because, yes, I'm in London, and yesterday it said it was going to be really sunny all day, and I planned to see some friends and sit outside in the garden, and then it was not. It was really cold all day. The weather has been crazy here. I don't know what it's been like where you all are. I know some of my students in other European countries have been saying it's the same. The weather is just a bit crazy at the moment. In Prague, it's cloudy. Oh, I'm sorry. Czech Republic, it's very nice weather, almost summer. Ugh, I'm so jealous. Although it is like that today, but it hasn't been like that here. It's been horrible. Really horrible. Okay, we're going to get started. So yeah, we're going to talk about collocations and collocations with take. Firstly, we're just going to go over what a collocation is for those of you who don't know, or for those of you who might just want a little reminder. Does anybody know what a collocation is? If you do know, you can write it in the comments and I'll have a little look. And if you don't know, I'm going to tell you soon. So what is a collocation? Let me type as well. What is a collocation? Here we go. Any ideas? I don't know, and I am an English teacher. That's okay. I'm an English teacher too, and I don't know everything. There's always things you don't know. Okay, I'll tell you guys. So a collocation, collocations are words that are often used or found together. Okay, so collocations, it's it can be different. It doesn't have to be always the same parts of speech, but today we're going to talk about collocations with take. So we're going to talk about, and take is a verb. Okay, so we're going to talk about verb and noun collocations. So we're going to look at verbs and nouns that are often used together. So learning collocations is a really, really good way to learn new vocabulary and practice using words together correctly. Um, if you maybe use, the wrong verb with a noun, then your English is not going to sound very natural. So it's much better to learn collocations, learn the words that are often used together, because you're going to sound much more natural and more correct, more accurate when you're speaking. Let me give you an example, okay? So if we have the verb take, okay? For example, if I go like this, I am taking a photo, yeah, or taking a picture. This is a verb and noun collocation. Take a photo, take a picture. If we said, I am making a photo or I am doing a photo, okay, if we used make or do, the incorrect verb with photo, with the noun photo or picture, this would be incorrect, okay, and it would sound very unnatural. So it's very important that, and because verbs can be confusing, yeah, because I know a lot of English learners get confused with make and do specifically, but also take and other verbs. So it kind of avoids you making these mistakes if you just learn it all together. So we are gonna get started. We're gonna talk about collocations with take. So firstly, we're just gonna go over some very common nouns that we use with take. Some common collocations, and these are going to be the most simple ones. Okay, we're going to go over the easiest ones first, and I think a lot of you will already know these already. I'm gonna maybe just get you guys just now before I show you them. Yeah, let's do that. If you can think of any yourself, okay, so I said take a photo or take a picture. Can you think of anything else that we might say with take? A verb with the verb take and then a noun. So take something or take something. Can you think of anything? Thank you, Angela, because I don't have that example. So Angela has said take a walk. Exactly, take a walk. I'm going to take a walk. It's really nice weather. You can also say go for a walk. Okay. Take offense. Good. Take a break, take an exam. You guys are going to end up teaching this whole lesson, I've realised, because you're now saying loads of my examples. Take note, take leave, take a picture. Okay, a couple of mistakes here, so let's just go over these. Somebody has said, you're all saying so much. Take a money, okay? We wouldn't say take a money. Firstly, because we can't say money. We can't use an article with money because money, weirdly, is an uncountable noun. Okay, so we couldn't say money. And secondly, yeah, you wouldn't just say take money on its own. You might say you have money, or you might say you spend money, or you might say you save money, but you wouldn't just say take money. You could say take money out, okay? But take money is not, I wouldn't say that's like a common collocation. And also take a coffee, no. So in English, we do not use the verb take when we talk about drinking or eating. I know that you do in French, and I think that you do in Spanish as well. So perhaps in Portuguese you might do as well, and in Italian, some other languages. I think you do. So that's probably why you're getting confused with that. But actually, no, we don't. In English, we would use the verb to have, okay, or drink or have. So we'd say have a coffee or drink a coffee, never take. So this is a good example of why it's important to learn collocations, because if you just translate maybe directly from your language, you might make a mistake. It's not going to be correct. So now you know, if you talk about coffee, you're not going to say take, you're going to say have a coffee or drink a coffee. Okay, you guys are saying so many. Let me just check if there's any more mistakes. I think all the rest are okay. Okay, I'll carry on because you're actually all just saying all the ones that I've chosen, which is great. Which is great. Which is great. You already all know so much. So we'll start with some of the more simple ones. Remember, if you guys do have any questions or you want me to check if any are correct, I'm going to give you a bit more time at the end for some questions. So if you have any questions, you can save them for then as well. Okay, so here are the ones which I would say are very common and quite simple. Okay, I've got loads here. Can you see that? So we have take a break. A lot of you said that already. Take a break. We've got take a test or take an exam. We can also say to sit an exam. Would we say to sit a test? To sit a test. Yeah, I think sit an exam is more common though. So we can say to sit an exam or take an exam. We have take a holiday. I think someone said that. Take a holiday. We have take a nap. Does anybody know what a nap is? Take a nap. What's a nap? That was a little bit more difficult. For example, I might say, I'm really, really tired. I think I'm going to take a nap. Yeah, it's sleep, but it's like a little sleep. Exactly. Well done, Dexter. A little sleep. So a short sleep, um, I don't know, between up to a couple of hours, maybe. I guess after that, it's more of a sleep than a nap. And usually it would be at a time when you wouldn't normally be sleeping. So it might be during the daytime or in the afternoon. Yeah. I know that in some countries you just do that all the time anyway, but it's less common. It's not really part of our culture to have a nap in the day, a sleep in the day. Okay. What else? Take a photo, which I already said. We've got take a shower or take a bath. We can also use have, okay? So a good point to make is that sometimes there's not just one collocation that we use, sometimes one like verb that we use with the noun, okay? Sometimes there's more than one collocation. So sometimes you might need to learn more than one, sorry. But yeah, you can say take a bath or have a bath. We also can say take a taxi, take a bus, take a train, and take a flight. Okay, so if we're talking about a plane, we wouldn't really say I'm gonna take a plane. We would say I'm gonna take a flight. So be careful with this because this is a common mistake that a lot of my students do make. Also take medicine, okay? So maybe if you feel unwell, you might take medicine. Angela, take a bite. Very good. Take a bite. Take a bite of some food. Does anybody have any questions about these ones? Let me know because we're going to move on to some slightly more confusing ones. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll give you a little second. Now, some of the more confusing ones that I'm going to go over, I think a lot of you actually said some of these already, so that's great. Luan, take a course. Yeah, take a course. I'm going to take a course, like an online course. Take a stroll. Very good, Angela. Take a stroll, which is to take a slow, leisurely walk. Okay, take a chance. Jesus, very good, but take a chance instead of take chances. Oh no, sorry. Take chances is okay. Sorry, I thought you said take chance. Take chance or take chances or take a chance. Good, Irene. Take a walk. Excellent examples. Let's move on. I think you guys are ready. So the first one I have is take advice. Now, why do we not say take an advice? If I said take an advice, would that be correct? Take an advice. Advice is a noun, right? So why would we not say an advice? Does anyone know? This is a different topic. I'm just testing you on other things here. Irene, you could say take a piece of advice. Yes, you could. Jesus, advice is uncountable. Exactly. So, like with money that I mentioned before, advice is another uncountable noun, which means that we can't count it. Okay. We can't have it in a plural form. So, we would never say advices, and we cannot use an article. If we wanted an article, we would have to do something like what was it Irene? What Irene said, take a piece of advice. Okay, so we'd have to add something else, like a quantifier. Okay, great. Take advice. So take advice. If you take advice, what do? You are listening to what someone tells you to do. So I have an example sentence here. I took his advice and applied for the job. I took his advice and I apply. I can't speak today. Does someone want to take over? I took his advice and applied for the job. So we can also give someone else advice, okay? You could say, let me give you some advice. But we also have a phrase with take that we might say if we're giving someone else advice. It doesn't have the word advice in it. Does anybody know what it is? We want to give someone else advice and we can say something before we give the advice, and it also has the verb take. Quite difficult. We could say, take it from me. Take it from me, okay? Take it from me. Winter is not a good time to visit the UK. And apparently this year, neither is spring and perhaps summer either. Take it from me, okay? It's like saying, listen to me, listen to my advice. And we also use take. Some great example sentences in the comments. Well, one, sorry. The patient took advice from the doctor. Well done, Said. The doctor. Remember the article, the. Very good. Okay, next one. Let's move on. We have take ages. To take ages. This word here confuses my students quite a lot sometimes. Take ages. What is ages? Obviously, we know what age is. My age. Okay, how old I am is my age. We can also use ages to talk about periods of time, like the Middle Ages. But what else does ages mean? If something takes ages, what does it mean? Well done, Helena. Takes a lot of time. Well done, Dexter, as well. To take ages, to take a long time. So, for example, it might take ages to become fluent in English. It might. It might not, but it might. Okay, let's move on. Any questions about ages, or is that pretty clear? Just let me know. Great. Okay, the next one is to take care of someone or something. To take care of someone or something. What does this mean, to take care of someone or something? I took care of my cat. I don't know why I used cat as an example. What's my other what exam sentences have I written down? They're always better if I've planned them. I'm not very good on the spot with them. She took care of me when I was sick. She took care of me when I was sick or when I was ill. Yes, Angelina, Aizan, Carmen, good example sentence. It means to look after someone, okay? To look after someone, maybe if they're unwell, or maybe if you're helping them with a problem or a situation, okay? So it can mean to look after someone, but it could also mean to deal with a problem or deal with a situation. So, like Dexter's example sentence, which is the second definition I've just given, take care of business, okay? You're not looking after someone, you're kind of looking after something, but it's the idea that you're dealing with something, okay? You're dealing with the business, you're sorting it out. So you might also hear this people when they are paying for their bill at the restaurant, if the bill arrives and you want to pay for the whole bill, you don't want the person you're with to pay, you might say, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of the bill. And this means that you will deal with it, okay? You'll look after it. You'll take care of it. You'll deal with it. Okay, so we can use it in this kind of way as well. Okay, next one is take offense, which someone definitely said in the example sentence. Sorry, I'm just having some water. Someone definitely said that earlier on in the chat, to take offense. What does it mean to take offense? Sorry. Take offense. My example sentence is my example sentence. Like, for example, if someone has cooked you dinner, you might say, "Don't take offense, but your cooking isn't very nice." If someone takes offense, it means you are offended or hurt or upset by something that that person has said or done. So someone might do something offensive. They might be rude, or they might be unkind. And yeah, it might offend you. So if someone takes offense, they feel hurt or upset by someone else's actions or words. So yeah, if you say don't take offense, it's don't be offended, don't be sad, don't be hurt. But I mean, if someone said to me, don't take offense, but your cooking isn't very nice, I think I would take offense. So just because you say to someone not to take offense doesn't mean they're not gonna. But yeah, this is a very common one. Take offense. Okay. Good. Well done, guys. Okay, the next one. Oh, no, sorry. Now we are going to move on to some idioms which have collocations with take, okay? So these are probably the most difficult, okay? Why are they the most difficult? Well, because they're idioms, okay? So idioms can be quite difficult because sometimes the meaning is different from the literal meaning. So it can be a bit confusing if you've never heard it before, or they can sound a little bit strange. But sometimes you have similar idioms in your native language to these, so that can help you to understand them, and it can also be quite fun to learn them. So yeah, these are the most difficult ones. So before we move on to the idioms, does anyone have any questions about the collocations that we just did then? Because they were a little bit more difficult than the first ones. Let me know. And just a quick reminder, if anyone has missed some of the lesson, because I can see that we have a few more people joined. If you've missed some of the lesson, don't worry. I'm going to post this whole lesson, this whole video on the channel afterwards, so you can watch it from the beginning. Okay, great. Let's move on then. So we have 1, 2, 3 idioms. Okay, we've got 3 idioms. Then we're going to do a quick recap, and then we're going to do a little quiz to finish, and then some time for questions. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can save them for the end. So the first idiom is this one. To take somebody's word for something. To take somebody's word. What does it mean if you take somebody's word? Angela, very, very good. Thank you. You trust what someone says. You trust them. You believe them. You think that they're telling the truth. You think that they're being honest with you. So, for example, I have as a sentence, I wouldn't take his word for it. He always lies. I wouldn't take his word for it. Meaning, I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust what he says. Very good. Can anyone think of an example sentence with this? Or anybody got any comments about this one? Do you know anyone that you wouldn't take their word? Maybe they lie all the time? Or do you trust everyone? Okay, the next idiom is take a leaf out of someone's book. Take a leaf out of someone's book. You might also hear the idiom take a page out of someone's book. But I think in the UK anyway, in British English, take a leaf out of someone's book is more common. Maybe page is more common in the United States in American English, but yeah, I have seen both. But for me, this is more common. Take a leaf out of someone's book. Okay, take a page out of someone's book kind of makes more sense, right? Because books have pages. So you take a page out of their book. A leaf is, yeah, doesn't make as much sense. But anyway, we have some great definitions here. So, Angela, to take notes or to follow that person's example. Kus, very good. Thank you. Exactly. So, you follow what someone else is, what you follow someone's example, you follow what someone else does. You do as they do. Okay? You might see someone doing something and you think, "Oh, I'm going to do that because I don't know, that seems like a really positive thing to do." Um For example, I might take a leaf out of your book and start my own business. Or I might take a leaf out of your book and start learning English on Cambly. Maybe. Okay. Any example sentences would take a leaf out of someone's book or take a page out of someone's book. And we have one more idiom, which is to take something out on someone. To take something out on someone. What does it mean if you take something out on someone? For example, stop taking your bad moods out on me. I didn't do anything wrong. Or she's taking her anger out on me. I don't know why. Take something out on someone. What could it mean? Yes, Dexter, good, good, good. So you transfer your feelings onto other people, or you project your feelings onto other people or someone else. Um, Angela, to be unfair towards someone. Yeah, to be unfair towards someone, it is unfair, isn't it? If you take your anger or mood out on someone else. So maybe something bad's happened to you. Um, I don't know, maybe you get fired from your job or you're really stressed or someone breaks up with you and you're really upset or you're angry and you go home and you're a bit unkind or grumpy or angry with your friends or your family. Okay, if you do this, you're taking your anger, your mood out on those people. So it's always, as Dexter has said, thank you, it's always a negative thing. Always a negative thing. If you take something out on someone, it's never like you would be nice to someone because you're in a good mood. We wouldn't use this idiom to describe that. It's always a negative thing. It's like you've taken a bad mood out on someone. Okay. Great. Well done, guys. So, no, sorry. I'm going to do questions at the end. We're going to do a quick quiz, but before we do the quiz, let's just do a quick recap. So, we've spoken about collocations. Can you remind me what is a collocation or what are collocations? That's my first question. This is kind of part of the quiz, I guess. What are collocations? Maybe I need to remind you. Specific words that we use together, two words that go together. Yep, great. Angela, a verb and a noun. Yeah, in this case, it is a verb and a noun. It doesn't always have to be a verb and a noun. But yeah, here we have a verb and a noun. It can sometimes be like noun and adjective. It can be different. We can have different types of collocations. But today, yeah, verb and a noun. Words that we use together. Good. Okay, great. My second question for you. Why is it important to learn collocations? What's the point in this lesson? Why are we learning collocations? What's the benefit of English learners learning collocations? Ahmad, joining words correctly to give good meaning. Yeah, to give the correct meaning. Good. Helena, because we are using them together. Yes, yeah, true. Improve your spoken English. Yeah. To beautify sentences. Yeah, it makes your sentences sound more natural. Um, the sentence has correct meaning. Yes, good. It helps natural speaking. It helps you. Yeah, it helps you to sound more natural. And it also, I think it's an easier way of learning. So rather than just learning like vocabulary, like words on their own, if you learn them as a collocation, you're actually learning phrases, okay? You're not just learning like a random word. You're learning phrases. You're learning a word and you're learning a verb, maybe, and you're learning like what goes with what, okay? So you're actually learning more vocabulary, and you're learning how to use the vocabulary in the correct way, and like which noun goes with which verb, and it stops you making mistakes. Okay, great. So let's go on to the quiz. I don't know if this quiz is a little bit difficult. I think I've started off easy and then it's got a bit more difficult. The answers are all collocations which we've spoke about in this lesson. So hopefully you remember them all because there were quite a lot. So I've got an example sentence, and then where I have the dots, you just have to tell me what collocation with take you think you could use there. There might be more than one correct answer. I don't think there is though, but there might be. Okay, so the first one. I feel unwell. I think I need to what? So it's going to be a collocation with take. So take has to be in the answer. What could you take if you feel unwell? Okay, so like I said, there could be more than one correct answer. We've got take medicine. Yes, that works. That's the one I was thinking of. But we have take a rest, take a nap. Yeah, this would also work, okay? Because if you feel unwell, you might take a nap, but you might not need to take medicine. So both of these work. So well done, everyone. So take a nap, take a rest, take a rest. We would say take a rest, but we could also say have a rest. Or I think I need to rest. Often I think we would just say rest as a verb by itself. We maybe wouldn't use it as a noun, okay? Because we can use rest as a verb and as a noun. I think we would just say, I think I need to rest. But it's okay. Maybe take a nap is better, or take medicine. Take a break. Take a break works. Good. Take a break, have a Kit Kat. Yeah. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, some of you have already said this one, but it's fine. I decided to what? But I ended up falling asleep for hours. Studying English with Meng Hong. Take meditation. No, you wouldn't use take with meditation. You would say I do meditation, or you would use meditate as a verb. I need to meditate, or I like meditating. Take a nap. Very good. This one was easy for you. Okay, let's move on to the next one then. This one. Please don't walk home. It's much safer to what? Please don't walk home. It's much safer to take something. Not take a walk. We're saying that walking is not safe. Take a bus. Good. Take a taxi. Yes, exactly. It depends. Depends what's safer. Depends on the country, maybe. Depends on the place. Depends on the time of day. Good. Take a car. Maybe. Yeah. Good. You wouldn't really say take a car. You would maybe say take the car. Okay, we would use take the car. Okay, but good. Take a bus, take a taxi. These would work. Okay, the next one. When I was on holiday, my neighbor something of my cat. Now, Two things you need to think about here. Firstly, what is the collocation? Secondly, what is the correct tense? Sorry. What is the correct tense? I was, okay? This is the past tense. So you need to make sure that you put take in the past. So it's not going to be take care, which a lot of you have said. It's going to be took care. Good. So when I was on holiday, my neighbor took care of my cat. That's another thing that often English learners forget when they're thinking about phrasal verbs or collocations with the verb. They're thinking so much about, what's the correct phrase, that they forget to also check the verb tense. Okay, so always remember to check that as well. Right, not the last one, second last one. Oh, this word, which we all love. The queue. No, I'm joking. The queue at the shop. Blah, blah, blah. We were waiting for a very long time. Now, again, what tense is this? Is it the present tense? Or is it the past tense? Or is it yeah. We were waiting. Okay? We were waiting. So it is. Good, loads of you got it. Took ages. The queue at the shop took ages. Or was taking ages. Good. It took ages. It took a long time. Okay, the final quiz question is, I want to get more fit and healthy. I might something and start running every week. So this is one of our idioms. We have 3 idioms at the end. Which idiom do you think this could be? If it was going to be any, we had take something out on someone, we had take somebody's word for something, and we had take a leaf out of someone's book. Out of these 3, which one would work here? Take something out on someone? No, it's not that one. This is a difficult one because my example sentence isn't the best either. I apologise. Yes, Helena, very good. Take a leaf out of someone's book, okay? So we might say, take a leaf out of your book, or take a leaf out my sister's book, or whoever the person is, okay, who runs every week. So you're thinking about a person who goes running every week, and you're going to follow their example, okay? So it depends if it's the person you're speaking to. You would say, take a leaf out of your book, or you might say, take a leaf out of his book, or her book, or whoever the person is who's running every week, yeah? That one was a little bit more confusing. A little challenge for you at the end. Okay, does anybody have any questions about, I keep wanting to say phrasal verbs, collocations with take. Any questions, anything not clear, any of them that you want me to go over, any example sentences or example collocations that you want me to correct for you? You've got a little bit of time to do that. So I'll have a little look at the questions, if there are any. And thank you so much for joining this live lesson today. You've all been great. You've given me some great answers in the comments, so thank you very much. I hope this lesson was really useful today. If you have enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like it, share it with other people, also comment and say, like, we love this lesson, and we maybe, like, if you want more lessons with collocations, please say, because if you do, then maybe will teach more lessons with more collocations. Okay, we can do different verbs, and we could do different combination, not just verb and noun. So yeah, if it's something you found useful and you enjoyed, then we can do more of these. Just let us know. Thank you, Pure Care. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Helena, what is Q? Yeah, the one that I said funny. I was trying to be funny. Uh, a queue is a line of people waiting for something. So you might have a queue to get on a plane, to get on a flight. You might have a queue for the shop. You might have a queue for the bus. I don't know. It depends on your country and your culture. In the UK, we love to queue. We love to form a line waiting for something. In some other countries, they don't queue so much. It just depends. But it's a horribly spelt word, okay? It's like Q like that. But we just say Q. You just pronounce it like the letter Q. So just think about the first letter of this horrible word, and that's how you say it. Any other questions? What am I going to do after this session? Do you know what? I feel like it's gone slightly cloudy, which is really annoying because it was really sunny before. But I think I'm gonna go for dinner. I'm gonna have some dinner, but probably I will not stay out very late for dinner because it is Monday tomorrow and I'm working. Okay. So yeah, I'm hoping you enjoyed this lesson. If you want to watch more of our live lessons, we are here every weekend. So a weekend for me. I know some of you Saturday is not a weekend, but we are here on Saturdays and then Sundays. We alternate each week. Okay, so it's Sunday today. So next week the lesson will be on Saturday, and then it'll be on a Sunday, and then it'll be on a Saturday, and like that. But if you're not sure, then you can just check the YouTube channel for updates. So make sure you subscribe as well, and maybe turn notifications on so that you don't miss any of them. And if you don't use Cambly, okay, so you're all here watching this lesson, which is great, but Cambly is not just the YouTube channel. We also have a platform, a language learning platform, where you can connect with different teachers from all over the world. It's a great way to practice your English. You can have like a formal lesson, you can prepare for exams, you can learn collocations, or you can just have like a really casual conversation if that's what you want. So there's something for everyone. There's a lot of different tutors to choose from, and also you can learn from the comfort of your own home. So yeah, it's great. So if you are interested in using Cambly and you don't already use Cambly, then you can get up to 36% off with this code here, which is Go Live. Go Live. A special code just for all of you for joining. I think it's also in the description of this video. There might be a link, so don't worry if you forget that. Thank you all for joining. It was so lovely to see you, and I'll see you again for my next live lesson, which will be next month. But make sure you tune in to our other lives with other tutors before then, and I hope you all have a really nice day. Thank you.